I even made sure I did a whole EP. I actually released 2 EPs by the end of like 2 years in the game. I released 2 EPs. I made sure they're all like, distributed in all distribution platforms. I made sure like I did a couple of videos. I even did the media tours. And I'm like, God damn, these people are acting like they don't see me.
Yeah. Stephen Ogechi is my name, CEO Kompakt Records. Today we're seated with the lovely Shazia. Shazia, who actually I've met for the second time today.
Yeah, pretty much true.
Yeah, and she's in the song Make You Mine with Kevo Kefos. It's a project that we've been doing for Kompakt Records, and Kompakt Records is a partner with Magnum Studios. We are located on Dennis Pitt Road. And this is what we do. So basically, you as an artist, pull up, let's do this. And of course, sessions is Abure. But for Shazzyb, I called you Shazia.
Yeah, you said Shazia.
What the fuck?
Okay, let him finish.
Yeah, it's hitting me now. You see, I have these echoes in my mind. It's now that I'm listening to the echo. Shazzyb.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Like there is a friend of mine who has a friend called Shazia, and she used to always talk about Shazia. So I think it's more reason.
But Shazia sounds nice. I wish I knew that earlier.
Yeah, so Shazzyb, welcome to Kompakt Records.
Thank you.
Shazzy is a rapper, Shazzy is a vixen, Shazzy is an all jack of trade type of human being. So she's gonna tell us whatever she likes doing, and we're just gonna have a flowless conversation. So feel free to interrupt. Don't mind yourself. Don't mind myself. I'll be saying things that Mr. Cameraman is going to edit. And as usual, shout out to Jewel. Jewel has been doing the most, man, but still we're here trying to make this work. So Shazzyb, welcome to the house. Give us one or two. Let's go.
Okay, my name is Shazzyb, as they know me, and I'm glad you introduced me as a jack of all trades because I'm pretty much doing a lot other than just doing music.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like we really live in a world where people just limit themselves to one thing. I think I prefer living life than calling myself an artist or calling myself this and that. Since we only have one life, you can only just use that one life to do a million things, just not at the same time.
That's a punchline, man. You only use that one life to do a million things. Don't do a million things with one life. Do your life with a million things. Crazy.
Things, man.
So, Shazzy, unatoka mtaa gani? Like, which hood are you representing? Which school are you representing? There are people who like to be... There are people who like to be associated with where they come from. Udasikia Kevo Kefos number 8. Udasikia Kayole 1960. Udasikia, Mluya wa Busia.
True.
And so many other things. So which tag would you preferably love to be associated with?
I'll always call myself a 111 gong artist. I think that is where I can say I basically started my career, and I moved with my team there like for quite a minute before I could, shift and move to different places. So I do really represent myself as 111 gong. From 111.
Awesome. So wasewa Matasia, wasewa Bull, wasewa Rongai. No, Ngong Rongai. Yeah, it's Kiserian. It's more, but I'm somehow also trying to do my nest somewhere in Kiserian. Unajua, the Ngong sides and the Kiserian sides are basically very good hoods. I think even Calligraph's mansion is somewhere in Ngong.
Calligraph is my neighbor, bro.
See that? Because I always been looking at this nigga's videos and I'm like, wait a minute. And those the power plants huko nyuma, the power lines, the power fans. Yeah, but he's a real fresh homie. Putting up a crib like that.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. As in,
true.
As much as a Kongong, lakini bado msana rep too.
Yeah,
1960 and the
true,
cartels that he's been doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So what brings you to the music world as a female MC?
First thing first, I'll say I don't just do anything because people are doing something. I do put my effort, I do put my life in it. Let's say if I'm interested in it, I'll go deeper, do whatever it takes to make sure that I've really achieved something, even if it wasn't the music per se, but my interests were more on the music side. So, me coming back as a female artist, let's just say it hasn't been easy, first of all. There's been quite some challenges which I didn't expect when I started like the music. I was so innocent, like I would be
What
like,
challenges? Just put them out. We
I'll
see.
put them out. I'll put them out. You know, I like knew the moment I just came in the game.
Yeah.
I really had like a high chance of, being on the billboards quite soon enough. Maybe being like Nicki Minaj. Can it be, like I had a lot of ideas that were in my head, and
Yeah.
but I came to realize like the industry that we have in this country is not the same as I thought in my head. You have to experience life to actually know how it looks like or
Yeah.
how it really is in reality.
Yeah.
So I remember after I like did my first recording. My first recording was in Gong. I think we recorded a song for 111. Like we did a whole lot. Like it was just so many artists, and we just vibed, and we decided like, you know what, let's just do a song, because I was the typical kind of rapper
Yeah.
who had the voice, but the lyrics were off. Like
Yeah.
the lyrics were more of like I grew up listening to gangster rap, so I was
Yeah.
more of like, I'm the baddest, I'm the baddest in the game.
Yeah.
I'm literally like, the way Eminem have all this gangster shit in their lyrics. So the first song I recorded was actually on repeat, me saying I'm the baddest bitch.
Yeah.
So I generally got more experienced in rap. I started now like resonating with my artists, like
Yeah.
with my fans. I realized like in Kenya, people need to really feel you. People need to understand and feel like they are relating with something here.
Yeah.
So I started switching my lines from English kind of rap to Swahili kind of rap, and all of that just, it has been a process. Let me say it's been growth.
Yes.
Then I got now introduced to performing in shows, and I thought, you know what? The moment now I'm in the game and I'm performing in shows, it means soon enough I'm gonna be performing in shows that I'm really gonna be getting paid a lot of money.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then I come and realize, no, we have a lot of gatekeepers in the game.
Yeah.
You'll go perform. The moment you just go home, you're like, I'm expecting some money. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're just giving you platform for exposure. And I'm like, I've been given platform for exposure for a minute. It's been a year now. It's now 2 years. And
Yeah,
now
you're
you're
still being exposed?
Yeah, am I still being exposed? So there were a lot of challenges, and I came to realize in the
Yeah.
game it's more about who you know
Yeah.
and how you know them. Because people here are more of like looking on the progress you're doing. Even if you're a dope artist,
Yeah.
people will not give you that supporting hand. Or they will not like lift you up and be like, we really see she's really coming up. Like there's no togetherness in the industry.
Yes.
It's more of like, I want to make it independent individually. I want people to see me shine, but no one wants to create that footprint of, I want to have a lot of people that I'm tagging along with. I can say Calligraph Jones has done it, has brought a lot of really female and male
MCs,
artists
yeah.
in the game, and
Yeah.
that's a very good approach, I can say, according to what I've seen. But
Yeah.
most of the artists out there are just more of like, they want to eat the cake alone. So
And the cake is too big,
yeah,
actually.
the
It's
cake is
too big.
That's why I'm seeing like the people I can really appreciate and let's say clap hands for are Nigerians. I love the way Nigerian artists are really, they kind of have the togetherness. They will produce songs together. They will lift each other.
You'll see Tiwa Savage being a vixen for Wizkid and
exactly.
Davido dancing in on whatever songs,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
how you lift each other up. But in a game, it's more about do I know Steve? Okay, what does Steve do?
Yeah.
What position does Steve hold?
Yeah.
Is Steve kind of rich or something? Does he know this and this? Now that's how the game operates. So if they come and realize, oh, this person, okay, she or he is talented, but quite doesn't have the resources, quite doesn't have the connection. So maybe if he has the mind to be used, we can use him, or we can use her. But if he is not resourceful in a way, they'll just kick you out of the game.
And I think it's all something that actually happens, because I remember there is a lot that has been happening in the music industry. When I came in first, I thought it was just going to be a walk in the park, you know?
Sure.
So we pull up resources, we bring in the equipment, we get a studio. A very beautiful setup, honestly. We're making some coin here and there. We are getting artists pulling up. But at the end of the day, there is a lot of challenge, especially from the artists managing to pay for their studio time and to pay producers. So are these some of the challenges that you also faced, like raising funds or maybe making money to pay for your recording? True. You know, majama wagani wanakurushia mawe hapa pale, you know, niggas hitting on you. I have to... You basically know what I mean.
That's a very wild topic.
But it is in the industry,
heavy.
It's a very
wild topic. And I always say that the moment I actually get to be in a position where I can help another female artist not go through what I've gone through, I'd really do that. I can say, especially if you're coming in and you don't have resources, it's much more easier when an artist has already had a pool of team that can really lift them up. Like, this is the one who's paying for the session, for the videos. She doesn't have to worry about her performances. All of that is catered for. But once you come in a game, let's say you're coming from a family where you are the breadwinner, so they're expecting you to go make it out there. So you go learn it all by yourself, and then bring the knowledge back, bring the money back. So I'll put it like this. I know there's sometimes where I have to picture like I'm doing a whole EP or I'm doing a whole album, and I really want to release this album. I'm looking at what state position I am financially. I really can't pay a whole 7Gs. I cannot pay a whole videographer to do the whole video. Of course. I need to pay for the marketing team, and it has to also be, let's say distributed to radios, to TV for airplay and all that. And it's still not a guarantee that you're
going to get your money back.
That you're going to get your money back, or you're actually going to pop. So I can say with my first and second year, I really was all about experience in the industry, because I did projects and I was like, Kwani these people are not listening? Kwani these people don't know that I'm actually putting out work here? And I'm like, Kwani these people are just ignorant? I really struggled so much. I even made sure I did a whole EP. I actually released 2 EPs by the end of like 2 years in the game. I released 2 EPs. I made sure they're all distributed in all distribution platforms. I made sure I did a couple of videos. I even did the media tours. And I'm like, God damn, these people are acting like they don't see me. So I was like, okay, let me now try something else. So I can say, first of all, resources. When it comes to being an artist, you need to understand, first of all, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to bring out in a game? Where do you lie, and what are the resources you have at the moment? I came and sat down and now study the industry from the way it is now, not the way I looked at it. You have to go back and now reshuffle your cards and be like, now let me see how this thing is the way it is. I realized some people have been releasing songs, not even with a good video, camera, not even with a good studio. Someone just recorded with a phone, and it all trended on TikTok, and their name is all over the magazines. I have paid for being in the pub,
and nothing came back.
I have paid to be in all that. So I'm like, okay, so maybe the best option I could do, let me just try and do literally, if you're an artist and you don't have any resources, don't stop producing music just because you feel like you don't have the 7Gs to record, you don't have the 20 or 35,000 or 40,000 to pay the videographer. Go release music. If you have to like record it even with your phone, shoot like a small video, put it on TikTok, because now we're moving in the social world.
Yeah.
Just even buy the art, even if it's 200 bob or 300, let's see what the song is gonna do.
True.
The moment it start getting traction, you can now go try and talk to the producer and be like, I've gotten this and that. And there's some very good producers I can say out there I've met out there. It's not every producer I've met out there that wants you to get in my pants. There's so many out there that they cannot do anything for you unless they get what they want.
Of course.
Yeah. So
the predators
are always there, but as a woman, you should always know, like, you're not limited. I feel like there's so many people out there who have given other people so much power that they feel like you cannot do this without me. Go meet our people out there. There are people who are very good who can really help you push. I cannot say that regardless of all the challenges I faced, there are people who have really held my hand, and I appreciate those people for a fact.
Yeah, like I was saying, from a woman's perspective, being a creative, and also you realize that there are a lot of happenings that have just happened most recently. The Echoes of War in Butere Girls Play. What do you have to make of that happening, especially government stepping in and critically raining terror on young girls?
Well, first of all, this explains a lot about the government. This was just supposed to be a play. It was just supposed to be a play. The kids were just supposed to, showcase their talent. And then all of a sudden they're being tear gassed as if they were criminals. It's like more, when we had the Gen Z contest and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you throw tear gas on kids? From a woman's perspective, I feel like the government does not consider us at any point. I could say like the way we sit on the table and you'll be like, females are not supposed to do this kind of hard work. Men are supposed to do this kind of work.
Yeah.
I don't think the government knows how to put a difference in that.
And that's actually, to just cut you short, it went ahead. And
crazy.
I kind of felt stupid because the governor of Nakuru is a woman.
Yeah.
The senator of Nakuru is a woman. You dash down, the woman rep still is there in Nakuru. None of these women said anything in regards to that shit.
But I even saw there was a post, someone put out all those governors and MPs and be like, these are MPs for these constituencies, and they didn't say anything about this.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing that's going on, the femicide. Women are being killed every single week. I think the numbers has actually totaled up to almost 159 ever since the year started, and last year still. So it means like the government does not really care about how women are treated in the society or anything of that sort.
Is it really? I'm kind of thinking also individual perspective plays a lot. I remember our former president saying security starts with me.
That's true.
I don't want to be in that position of playing the devil's advocate, but I'm just thinking if at all we have a leadership that is enshrined in the Constitution that a woman is supposed to hold this leadership position. Don't you think it is a letdown from the women leaders who literally don't give a hoot about femicide and,
To be honestly speaking, I think it should have been them first of all, raising the issue. Like right now, I think there's a petition that's going on. People are signing signatures about the femicide. I think they're trying to implement laws and all that. But I feel if the women in parliament would have stand more to address this issue, even coming down to us who are just citizens, we wouldn't have a very big problem, addressing this issue. So I can say on the side, I wouldn't really be what do we say? I wouldn't talk about them in a good way, or I
Yeah.
wouldn't defend them in any way, because I haven't seen anyone standing up for women and saying, women are going through this and that, and this is what we should be doing.
It's crazy. It's crazy, but still, this is something that maybe can take a whole lot of hours and days to talk about. But we all know, at the end of the day, we really have to be each other's keeper or a brother's keeper. But I'm trying to also look at a situation that we are in the creative economy.
Yeah.
What aspects would you point out, especially when it comes to timekeeping, work ethic, how you present yourself to the public? What exactly are your thoughts in that angle as a female MC?
Well, I would say that most of the people that I've really worked with, even the most known ones, that I really expected them to hold a high level of ethics and all that, they didn't approach it at all professional. Being a woman, being in a studio, it's more of like now we're in the bedroom setting. No one really, the way you could be like, let me call Drew, let's have a session for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then after we're done with the 2 hours, I'll go do something else.
Yeah.
Most people I've met with, they're more like, we can just chill for a bit. We can just talk more about this later.
Yeah.
There hasn't been that professionalism where I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna be in the stew for 1.5 hours, and then the rest of it, I'll leave the producer to do this and that. But since the producer wants to do something with you extra or wants to take advantage of you, there wouldn't be even the ethics. I don't think I've met ethics anywhere in the industry. I wouldn't even talk about that.
No, it's good. Honestly, there is more that we can keep on talking about. Mambo ni mengi, like we can make it maybe a different segment. And of course, Shazzyb being a rapper and working with Kompakt Records, like I always say, we are an umbrella that also is in partnership with Magnum Studios. We are placed in, our location is at Dennis Pritt, or on Dennis Pritt Road, just after Coco J restaurant. Kupitia hapo unaweza kama na supu za nyama mazetu jenge ma collagen hapa pale. You know what it is. So yeah, let's maybe break this down and have a parting shot from you, Shazzyb, and tell your fans out there what they should be expecting from you in a couple of time to come.
Well, first of all, I need to tell my fans that I actually got a call from one of them asking me when I'm going to release new music.
Awesome.
New music is going to come out very soon, especially with Kompakt Records. So you guys just chill, please stay tuned. More is coming from me, and I love you.
Social media platforms, ma'am?
Shazzyb, everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. I'm everywhere.
Everywhere. Don't need to say much about me. Stephen Ogechi in the building. You can follow Kompakt Records page. You can follow Magnum Studios page. You can follow Stephen Ogechi on all platforms. STEVEN OGECHI. They call me OG on the streets, not the OG calligraph, but because of my name Ogechi. It is what it is. Shout out to Jewel, smiling with the lens. And that's what it is, Maze. Shukran. See you next time.